Tonight, we will examine the ongoing trade issues between the United States and China, two of the world's largest economies. These trade tensions have been growing since 2018 and affect global markets and these two countries' relationships. As of February 2025, the situation is still unresolved and it's significantly impacting businesses and consumers and governments worldwide. Let's rewind a bit to understand how we got here. In 2018, the US imposed tariffs, taxes on imported goods on Chinese products. The US government urged that China was taking advantage of them by stealing intellectual property, unfairly limiting US companies' access to Chinese markets, and creating an unbalanced trade relationship. Over the years, two countries tried negotiating and there were even temporary agreements, but many of the original issues still haven't been resolved. Fast forward to February 2025, the US has just announced a new round of tariffs on Chinese products, targeting goods in high-tech industries like electronics and telecommunications. The Biden administration says these tariffs are necessary to protect American companies from what they believe are unfair Chinese practices, especially regarding the technology. Not surprisingly, China responded by imposing tariffs on the US products, especially those in agriculture and high-tech sectors like semiconductors. These renewed trade tensions have caused instability in global markets. Investors are nervous, stock prices constantly change as companies determine how the new tariffs will impact their bottom line. The agriculture sector, for example, has been brutally hit. American farmers rely on China for a significant portion of their exports, and now they may not be able to sell as much to China in the future. This has already led to price fluctuations and uncertainty in the market. We've spoken with some experts who shared their thoughts on this situation. The business environment is getting tougher. Companies need to adapt, look for new supply sources, and find alternative markets to reduce the risk of these tariffs. These trade barriers could cause major shifts in global supply chains. Companies will have to change how they operate or face higher costs. Trade tensions also affect small businesses, which may not have the same flexibility as larger corporations. Many are struggling to find ways to deal with higher costs and delays, and delayed shipments, and some may even have to raise prices to stay afloat. This can hurt consumers too, who might start to feel the pinch when buying everything from food to electronics. One of the most significant consequences of these tensions is how they affect the US economy. Prices of groceries, clothing, electronics are climbing, partly due to the tariffs. Economists say this could hurt the recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic, which is still an ongoing challenge. If prices continue to rise, consumers might start cutting back on spending and businesses could struggle to grow. The US economy is still in recovery mode after the pandemic, but these trade tensions are putting extra pressure on an already struggling system. The higher prices mean people have less money to spend, and businesses that rely on the imports are seeing their costs rise. If this keeps up, it could slow the recovery and lead to job losses. So, what's the next move? Many experts believe that the two sides must compromise to reach a deal. However, the US and China have strong positions, and neither side seems ready to give in. That means resolving this conflict could take years or may not even happen. This is a complicated situation. It's not just about money but power, security, and influence. This conflict will likely drag on unless there's a drastic shift in policy or leadership. For now, businesses worldwide are waiting to see what happens next. Will China and US reach a deal or will things escalate further? One thing is certain, the impacts of this trade war will continue to be felt across the globe for years to come. As the situation develops, we'll continue to bring you the latest updates. Whether these tensions lead to a breakthrough or another round of trade barriers, it's clear that global economy will be affected. Stay tuned for more as we follow this critical story. Comment with your thoughts on the US-China trade tension and how they will affect the global economy. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this ongoing issue. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.